Okay, so I'm Jason Dean. I'm the EMS chief here for Whitewater Fire and EMS. Thank you for being here today for this very special occasion, the blessing and dedication of our Safe Haven Baby Box here at Whitewater Fire and EMS Department. This ceremony represents more than the installation of a piece of equipment. It symbolizes hope, dignity, and our unwavering commitment to protecting the lives of the most vulnerable among us. Today, we come together as a community to affirm that every life has value and that help is always available. We're grateful today to support this life-saving initiative. I would like to extend a sincere thank you to city leadership who would not hesitate when the idea was presented to bring a Safe Haven Baby Box here to Whitewater. From the leadership of both Whitewater Police Department and my leadership at Whitewater Fire and EMS through Chief Freeman, and the leadership of the city manager and our common council, there is no question about supporting this initiative. We'd also like to offer our deepest gratitude and recognition to Sarah Downs and Pam Brotzman, two members of our community whose compassion, determination, and advocacy made today possible. They are the community members that began this journey to contacting our local police department about the desire to have a Safe Haven Baby Box here in Whitewater. These individuals recognize a need, a gap in safety and care, and stepped forward to lead the charge. They launched a campaign to bring a Safe Haven Baby Box right here to Whitewater, and through their efforts, partnerships were built, awareness was raised, and this dream became a reality today. Your community thanks you, and countless lives one day may be saved because you cared enough to act. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Whitewater City Manager, John Waddell.
Speech is digital. All right, I will keep it short because this is very much not about me and the city, but very much about the people who did the work and the box that has been put in. I just want to say that what this demonstrates is that all lives have value and have meaning. And to the parents that may someday need this, we're going to show compassion, right, and love and safety for those children. And so basically, may we never need this, but may it always be here. Thank you very much for everyone who's here today. Thank you very much to everyone who supported this project and put in their time and energy. Thank you very much to the men and women of our fire and EMS and police department. We're going to be monitoring this 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Jason, with that, I'll turn it back over to you and whoever's coming up next. Yeah, thank you.
It is now my honor to introduce former State Representative Ellen Schutt, who changed the Wisconsin Safe Haven law to allow baby boxes.
Well, thank you, Jason, and I'm going to keep it brief too. I think the city manager really covered it well. You know, this community a few years ago saw a tragedy where, you know, our fire and EMS, people who responded, found a baby boy in a box in the middle of a field. And community members from this community and neighboring communities in Warwick County reached out to me and said, we need to change this. We need to make sure this never happens again, where a person is going through a tragedy or trauma and they feel like they can't tell someone that they're pregnant and they're going to have a baby. They don't feel safe having this baby or telling their family, and they don't know what to do. I know a lot of us could never imagine being in that situation where, you know, we're frightful and we leave our own child in a field to die. But this does happen. It happened right here. It happens across the United States. And so I want to say thank you to Michelle, who's here today, and so many of you who reached out to my office and helped me change the law, because it wasn't me, it was us. We did this together to make sure we never saw this happen again. So I want to say thank you to the first responders who had to go through that horrific time, and everyone who helped me change the law. And it's so wonderful to be here today and to see this box be installed and go live today, to know that we'll never see this happen again. We'll never have to go through that trauma again. And we'll show people, like John said, that we care about them. No matter what's going on, we care, and we want you to have that option to safely and anonymously use this box. Give your child life and give yourself life. So thank you. I'm honored to be here today.
Now a few words from the founder and CEO of Safe Haven Baby Boxes, Monica Kelsey.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. It is a good day to be here because today we offer a resource to parents that has never been done in this community before, and that is 100% anonymity for the Safe Haven Law. You know, I often get asked why I'm traveling the country, spending thousands and thousands of dollars, you know, putting boxes in buildings when there's already a Safe Haven Law in the books. This community already knows the answer to that, you know, but this is being proactive. We don't want to find a baby in a dumpster. We don't want to find a baby, you know, in a trash can alongside a highway, you know, in the woods. But it's happening every 3 days across this country. And it's amazing when a community steps up and says, we're not going to allow that to happen here. Not again, especially in this community. This is box number 347th in the nation. Sometimes I still have to pinch myself when I think of that, because I just wanted to save a few babies in Indiana. And I launched 2 baby boxes in Indiana thinking that that was the end of my job. And now here I am traveling the country, being so blessed to do Christ's work as I literally spend days on the road saving babies and saving mamas. You know, I don't know if you guys follow us on social media, but we have a podcast called Beyond the Box with Monica Kelsey. Today we launched in the first time, and I've never seen this before, where a birth mom who utilized one of our boxes sat in my studio with me and allowed me to record her story. And then if you want to hear why some of these moms feel like this is the option for them, you need to listen to this episode, and it's on all of your podcast platforms. But to tell you why I'm so passionate about Safe Haven Baby Boxes and why I've dedicated my life to this ministry, I have to take you back a few years to get you to understand where the passion comes from. And so I'm going to take you back to August of 1972 when a young 17-year-old girl was brutally attacked and raped and left along the side of the road. And this was in 1972 when abortion was illegal in our country. And I'm not here to debate abortion, I'm just stating it wasn't available back then. And this 17-year-old girl, she pressed charges against the man who had raped her, and he was arrested and he was charged. And if that wasn't the worst of it, when her life was finally getting back to normal, she found out she was pregnant. And she was hidden for the remainder of the pregnancy and then gave birth in April of 1973 and abandoned her child 2 hours after that child was born, and that child was me. So I stand on the front lines of this ministry as one of these kids that wasn't lovingly and safely and legally and anonymously placed in a Safe Haven baby box by a parent that wanted me. But this is my legacy, and I am now their voice, and I'll forever walk with these moms as they choose something safe for their child, and I'll forever walk with these kids and show them their worth. You know, I got to meet my biological mother when I was 37 years old, and that became the best and the worst day of my life because I had no idea of my beginnings. But I'll tell you, I learned empathy. I learned empathy from someone who has been there. And so that allows me today to work with the moms who have been there, who are there. And so it's an honor for me to walk alongside them. It is an honor for me to make sure that they feel heard. And it's an honor to be here with you guys today, blessing the 347th baby box in the nation. And isn't it amazing that we're standing at a fire station blessing a box in the wall so that we don't have to go to the cemetery and bless a box going in the ground. So God bless you guys, and thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
At this time, we'd like to walk you through a brief demonstration of how the Safe Haven Baby Box works. A parent can safely and anonymously surrender an infant 24/7 through an exterior access box. Opening the box triggers an alarm and alerts dispatch. The infant is placed into the bassinet into a climate-controlled box. Once the door is closed, it locks and is no longer accessible from the outside, and a second alarm is sent, which is received in dispatch. These alarms are silent here at the box, but audible in dispatch. Whitewater Fire and EMS is then dispatched, which you will hear shortly, to respond to the station where the baby is retrieved from inside by trained responders and transported to a hospital and care transferred to hospital staff. Whitewater Fire and EMS is staffed 24/7 with a minimum of 4 full-time firefighter EMTs and augmented by paid-on-call and paid-on-premise staff. During the day, there's additional full-time fire inspector and 2 chiefs. During evenings and weekends, an additional EMS officer is staffed. You'll hear the page in a minute.